Voiceover. So, before I draw anything, I always look for inspiration and references online. For this first drawing, I found these pictures on Pinterest. I just thought this girl looked so cool. I don't know who she is, whether she's a singer, dancer, or whatever. I don't know. I just thought that she looks very cool. And I'm not interested in finding out who she is, so yeah. Plus, the buns are really cute. So I made a sketch of her. I struggled a lot with drawing the mouth, like the footage doesn't really show it, but I was drawing it for a while. And then for her body, I didn't just want to draw plain clothes, so I turned them into tree branches, but like from far away. So they look kind of like blend together. I don't know. I just felt like drawing tree branches. And then instead of drawing the rose in her mouth, I don't like that rose. It was ugly. So I looked up another flower and I found these. So I made it into a two-headed piece of flower that kind of also looks like smoke coming out of her mouth. Anyway, and then I got bored. So I moved on to another drawing. The footage is so bad, but anyway, I found my references on Pinterest again. This picture just gave me so many ideas, like what can she be looking up at, you know? I mean, in the photo it's this guy, but like in the mind it could be anything. So I sketched her out. Then I thought about the surroundings, and I went back to tree branches and flowers, so I put a tree branch behind her, as if she is leaning on it. And then from the tree branches, the flowers come out like at the top. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's there. The footage is just dog shit. And the flower form a circle on the left side, but then I thought it looked a bit empty, a bit bland, like it needed something mysterious and fun, you know? So then I added a little rat on the lower flower looking up at the girl, and then a moth flying toward the upper flower, and then just some finishing touches, and that's it. Why is it like on one side? Me trust this. Big blend. But I read White Knight, and I was so disappointed. It's too much, and it's quite silly. I think it's overhyped. Like, it's just unrequited love. So this dude found a girl on the street crying, and he decided to go and check up on her, and then from there they became friends. And he went to her house like every day, and they shared stories about their life. Oh my god, Jesus. Anyways, and then he found out that she actually liked someone else. That was the story of a year ago, of a man that came from countryside to a big city where she lives, and he was renting out a place at her home that she's living with her grandma. Like, her life is really like boring, and there's nothing to do. She's like tied to her grandmother because her grandmother only want her to get married and not like date around, stuff like that. And so pretty much all day they just sit at home and think about stuff and read and sew. Nothing else to do. I mean, at that time, it was in 1700s, 1800s. There's not much for women to do back in the day. And so when this man came into her life, he invited her and her grandma to theater, he invited her out for dinner and stuff like that. And so she grew quite fond of him, and eventually she fell in love. But one day he had to leave to pursue his career, and he promised her that he would come back to marry her. And since then, it's been a year. And during that year, she met the protagonist of the author of the novel. They became friends, and the protagonist, I forgot his name, he fell in love with her. She doesn't love him. She actually confided in him about her frustration on her lover situation, about him not writing letters to her, not replying to her letters, stuff like that. And the protagonist helped her out. Like, he actually write letters because she is not good at writing. And she can read, barely. She can talk, but not write. So he helped her out of kindness of a friend. Like, a very good friend. I get it, it's heartbreaking, but it's not that exceptional. In the dialogue, like in their conversation, like they just talk way too much. Like, you could truncate that down into like a few sentences. Well, maybe not a few sentences, maybe like just one paragraph instead of 5 pages long, you know, and still pack a punch. I would get bored of it pretty quickly. Like, that book is so short, but yeah, it took me a bit longer to read than other books. But that's just me. Many people love it, so. Oh yeah, I was in the middle of telling story. Oh my god. Where was I? Oh yeah, and eventually she came to a conclusion that her lover has forgotten her, and spending all day thinking about him and waiting for his letter would get her nowhere. So she decided to pursue our protagonist. Wow, round of applause, finally. But one day he asked her out. They were hanging out in the middle of the street or something. In a corner of their eyes, they spot a figure of a man running towards them or walking towards them. Turns out that's her lover. Came back from a big city. He has made it. He has big money now, and he has come back to marry her. Like, in half of a second, not even half of a second, she switched. She turned 180 degrees from the protagonist to her lover. Like, as if the other dude didn't exist at all. I get that it's like heartbreaking, it's painful. I mean, obviously anyone would get that, but I still appreciate that. I still respect the level of writing, the level of his knowledge for language, and the way he like control the language to make such simple, well, not simple because it's unrequited love, but like it happens every day. Like, to anyone, it can happen to anyone. It's not groundbreaking of an event, and to make that into a piece of art, a novel that exists, you know, beyond its time. I mean, it's impressive, but reading it in, you know, in modern day, like, at least to me, I don't feel the impact like how it probably was back then. So I gave it 3 stars. So I found a picture of this cat on Instagram. I thought it looked very ugly, so I wanted to draw it. I love ugly cats. I love peculiar looking cats. I think they're very cute. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, and I used charcoal. I got this toothpaste. Oh, Marvis. I was influenced by these girlies on my TikTok For You page. I heard it smells good, and it looks very cool. I was recommended the green one, but I like silver more, so I got this one. Oh my god, who's this? Is that Marvis? Wow. Okay, Marvis. Yo, look at the cap. Like, how is toothpaste so cool? It smells pleasant, but it's not that big of a difference. I think I've once again fallen into the trap of consumerism. Girl, I forgot what I ordered. I hope it's a book. Oh my god. Is it a book? It is a book. What is this? Virginia Woolf, To the Lighthouse. Wait, but I knew it. This happened to me a few times when I ordered thrift books from Amazon. The cover it shows is a different one than the cover it will be delivered with. But I mean, as long as it's, you know. Ooh, there's a note. Oh, what the I got someone's phone number. And locker code. Janine locker combination, not Janine. Girl. The novel that established Virginia Woolf as a leading writer of the 20th century. To the Lighthouse, made up of 3 powerful charged visions into the life of one family living in a summer house off the rocky coast of Scotland. As time wins its way through their lives, the Ramsays face, alone and simultaneously, the greatest of human challenges and its greatest triumph, the human capacity for change. A moving portrait in miniature of family life. It also has profoundly universal implications, giving language to the silent space that separates people in space that they transgress to reach each other. There are very few exceptional and miraculous novels that have the powerful to change their readers forever. To the Lighthouse is one of them. Okay, we'll see how this changed me. We'll see how they change me. One changes my life, the other one changes the color of my teeth. Yay, excited! Spoon. This is a teaspoon. Oh, teaspoon is big. Wait. I've never used measuring cups or spoons or anything like that when I cook and when I make drinks. I just eyeball everything. So in my mind, I always thought a teaspoon is only half of this. Girl, no wonder why. For the longest time, my matcha latte just tasted like milk. It's big. I like that. I like that. Like whenever I make my matcha, I just use like the regular eating spoon to scoop up the powder. And I knew that like in the packaging it says 1 to 2 teaspoons, so I just eyeball. And I thought a teaspoon, it is like tiny like this. And whenever I scoop up too much, I would feel guilty that I'm like drinking too much and it's gonna run out soon. Well, now I know. Now I don't feel guilty anymore. I don't like this cover. Maybe next time I should just buy the new one. It's like Virginia Wolf. There is a collection of Virginia Wolf with the same kind of cover. And I want that. I don't want them to be like mismatched, you know, so my bookshelf would look cute. But, you know, it's okay. Mariner Publish House, I don't hate you. You just suck. But I don't hate you. Oh my gosh, she has written so many books. Yo, look at this list. Girl. Damn. Jacob's room? Who's Jacob? Is that her sneaky link? Cute. Oh my god. This is gonna be my introduction to Virginia Woolf. Is this a good first book? Bro, the yellow seeped through after I sprayed it. Yeah, it's okay.